I think there are three takeaways from today's data. Number one, as you mentioned, consumption took a hit, and local virus outbreaks definitely had a negative impact on consumption, catering down about 3% year on year. And if you look at retail sales, large companies versus the small companies, the smaller companies are being hit the hardest. Secondly, you also mentioned this, the energy crisis that we had at the end of September looks like the situation is much better. The surprising industrial production, I think to a significant degree, was because of alleviation of energy shortages. And the third is that this batch of data confirmed that we need to see more easing in China in order for growth to stabilize. Whether it's the property market, whether it's the virus-related consumption weakness, when you look at infrastructure investment, property investment, those are quite weak. And we need to see more easing. And given the time lag between policy easing and activity picking up, for next year's growth to be within a reasonable range in policymakers' eyes, we need to see more easing.
Right, and certainly you could say that perhaps this data is a bit backwards looking in a way because, of course, we have seen this policy easing by the central bank with that RRR cut coming into effect today. We've also got cases of Omicron being reported in China now. And what does that tell us about this structural transition now to a consumption-led economy or recovery, you could say, we're still in?
Yeah, it just tells us how tricky the situation is when you have a virus outbreaks and the zero COVID tolerance policy. Consumption is going to be impacted, and even if you do more easing and try to give people more money or lowering rates or allowing a policy to be more accommodative, if there's a virus restrictions and people just can't go out, then the impact on the economy just of easing policies are just not that significant. So it's a bit tricky. So the policymakers have to think about this holistically. It's not only the traditional macro policy, monetary, fiscal, but also related to how the COVID policy is going to evolve going forward.